Hello, good day everyone. So today we would able to discuss the tools in animation. So tools in animations, uses of tools, equipments in animation. So we have here introduction. Introduction. So in animation, early days artists used pencil, paints, and paper. Today, the growing use of digital tools open up new and exciting opportunities for artists. Although digital animation is all the rig, there's still a market for traditional hand-drawn animation. If you're planning to work on self-painted animation, you need a few basic supplies in your office or home. So the basic overview from your original sketches to the painted cell needed to bring the animation to life. So today we have to discuss the traditional and digital tools, no? So traditional tools, we have 9 example, which is the pig bar, animation lightbox, animation disc, animation paper, seal transparent sheet, paints, color drawing pencil, and 3-hole punch paper, and the last is art gum eraser. Ano siya na belong sa traditional tools. So, move ta sa digital tools, no, drawing tools na digital tools which include drawing tablet, pin stylus, camcorder, camera rig, computer, scanner, and animation software. So by animation software, you only have at least 5 example of animation software. So okay, let's get started to traditional tools. So traditional tools sometimes referred to as a cell animation. So cell is short for celluloid, which is a transparent sheet on which objects are drawn. Traditional animation is a technique where each frame is drawn by hand. So it's also called classical or hand-drawn animation. So Phantasmagory is the first animated film in history created using traditional animation by the French caricaturist Emile Co in 1908. So mo na siya ang traditional tool. So we have here first have to tackle a pig bars, one of the example tools in traditional. So a pig bar are used for registration. So both sa bot that they are keep the drawing lined up to each other, so the drawing can be filmed in the same way they were drawn. So this keep the drawings from chattering or on the screen or bouncing around. So ang pig bar have ano, lot of 4 types of pig bar, no, the Acme, the Oxberry, the Disney, and the round. So ato nang give definition. So even though they look different, they both do exactly the same thing. They register the drawings on one to another. So both are in use to many schools and studios. So as an example, no, Disney Adventure in Los Angeles and in Hong Kong are using the round pig bar, but Disney Feature is using the Acme pig bar. So it comes down to your preferences. Remember to select your paper to be punched to match the pig bar type that you are using. So Acme punch for Acme pig bar and round punch for round pig bar. So mo na siya. So that's it. Pig bar. So types of pig bars of what I've said earlier, no, not a type. So a type of pig bar. So there are different types of pig bar. Now the Disney type is used at the time of Disney, although the studio which is converted to Acme. So these bar are having one central round pig and two different in which other pig are on the other side. So these pigs are having a round pig which is in the center of two or more pigs from one end to another end. So, mo na siya ang illustration, no? Mo na siya ang round pig bar, the Acme pig bar, the Oxberry, the Disney pig bar. So, Acme pig bar, no? Acme pig bar have a round pig in the center of the two elongated pig, one on each end. So, mo na siya ang illustration. Then, we have here the round pig bar. So, this looks so different that they can do the same thing in which they can register the drawing which they are used to many schools and studios. So, the round pig bar has 3 round posts that are 1 port die. Disney pig bar. So this will enable the pig bar to animate the whole bunch of drawing in a perfect register which is used as a scanner or camera, which is always correct even in pieces of production. So the last type is the Oxberry Pigbar. So it is an excellent tool for beginning, no, for the animator or filmmaker by using graphic arts materials in their work. It also allow a high degree of control materials and camera or background movement, which is very simple and easy to learn. So mo na siya ang mga types of pigbar. So you may ask, no, so what is the purpose of pig bar, no? So the purpose of pig bar is this bar will help you in working the traditional animation which goes behind the scene footage, or like a Disney movie which will be working on an animation disc that are basically which is combination of big bar and a light box. So that's it, the first tool in traditional animation. So we have the second one is the animation light box. So from the word animation light box, no, ano, a light box or a light table is an illuminated flat workspace used to trace images or patterns from one source to another. So artists will often sketch their original subject onto a piece of paper, outline it in a darker ink source, and then lightly transfer it on to their choice of art paper, example watercolor paper. So many artists find they are tremendous time saver and satisfyingly efficient way to create. So a light box are an especially ideal tool for animator and illustrator. They allow for accurate repeat in pattern or subject matter. So for example, an illustrator may create a master copy of a room in a house and then use that backdrop for many different scenes by simply changing around the people in their various activities, no, muna siya ang animation lightbox. So animation lightbox pod is also can trace an underlying original image and then slightly after it from the position to create different cell of image. So this individual cell can then be captured by a camera to create the illusion of animation and movements. Some uses lightbox for embroidery, needlework, scrapbooking, tattoos, cut ad, filigrees, and purse work, and many more. No? Daghan pa. Then we have the third one is the animation disc. So animation disc by definition is a drawing disc placed on the light box. So it's just a one implementation of light box of disc light animation disc, no, plan work cycle large disc in the front of a lantern and rotated by a motor. So animation discs are designed with slat or cut patterns or are made of painted glass and give the impression of movements of light used with profile spot in conjunction with gubas and create water or fire effect. So mano siya ang animation disc. So as you see in the picture in the left side, ano siya. Then the animation paper, so animation drawing are usually pencil line drawing on a low quality newsprint like paper. Although newer film use better paper, so a paper has a row of holes at the bottom which fit over pig to hold the drawing in place. So this allowed the artist to flip back and forth easily between drawings in a scene. So mao na siya ang example sa one of the example of traditional tools, so animation paper. So mao na siya. Then we have the next is the cell transparent sheet. So at cell transparent sheet, after your drawing are complete, you transfer your work from plain paper onto cells. So they can be painted and then placed against a separately drawn background. It's difficulty to find anything packaged as a cell. What you need are copy safe transparency film. So this type of transparency film use on overhead projector. So but you have to make sure to buy the kind that is heat safe and copy safe. So the easiest way to transfer from paper to transparency is using a copier. But you have to use the right kind of transparency or it will melt it in the copier and ruin it. So ang kaning seal animation is an art of creating 2D, no? 2D animation by hand on sheet of transparency plastic called cell. Mo na siyang cell. The following a planning process, animator transfer draft drawing onto transparent sheet of plastic called cell. Balik siya cell, gid siya balik. Then we have here the sixth example of traditional tool, the paint. So when the cells are done, you need paints. Painting on slick cells is difficult and require a thick point. So most people use acrylics. The trick is to paint on the back side of transparency, so the opposite side from the side that the copier tuner is on. So that's why there's no chance that the wet paint will smog the copy lines. Mano siya ang paint. Then we have the seven example. We have the colored drawing pencil. So a set of drawing pencil is essential, no? Usually at regular wooden pencil work, um, best, no? Eberhard, Faber, and Sanford and Tumbao make a high quality collection of drawings pencil with various lead hardness, no? Then, when you are retracing animation, no, a 2B pencils are good choices. They are soft enough to give for a varied line, but hard enough to make dark line, though. Then, no, it's just a continuation. The color pencils, watercolors, makers, and pastels. So, colored pencils, pastels, watercolors, and markers are used in background. So, which are drawn in the same side paper as the animation. So, static backgrounds for a single motion sequence only have to be drawn once. So, although you can use watercolors and pastels, most traditional animator use colored Prismacolor marker with a clear blender to run the shades together to deliver a watercolor look with control. So occasionally na Prismacolor pencil do the job for background. So mo na siya. Then we have the second to the last, no, we have here the three hole punch paper. So you need something to draw in which your pencil sets, so your best bet is to buy copy paper with three holes punch down the side by the rim, or may by the case, no. 1 second of animation takes anywhere from 30 to 100 sheet of paper, allowing for duplicates, for retracing, and for mistakes. So you need a lot of paper, and 20 copy paper is heavy enough to make a good copy, a light enough that you can see through several layers of it when it is on the light table. Then, so obviously, no, so a three-hole punch paper attaches to a small pig bar tape on your light table to hold the paper in the place. So buying the paper already punched saves you the trouble of punching it manually on taping it on the table and make it easier to align page. So mao na siya ang the three-hole punch paper. So we have here the last traditional tools are the art gum eraser. So art gum eraser, you're going to make mistake while drawing animation, right? And for those time, you need an eraser. So one of the example of eraser of traditional tools, no, is our art gum eraser. So art gum eraser are far superior to standard erasers because they rub out lead thinly without eroding the paper surface or leaving behind smog from either past lead rub-offs or the eraser itself. So, mao na siya ang mga traditional example of traditional tools in animation. So, we are now down to digital tools, no? So, in digital tools, we have seven examples of tools, no? Seven example tools to discuss. So, first, we have to ano, intro. So, in digital tools, no, animation tools are a very vital part of the process of digital artists. Some game developer or character designer. So saying your illustration animated is pretty cool feeling, and whether your animation is a super short and simple or a full-length cartoon, bringing them to life with movement gives a new and exciting dimension. So however, leaving your comfort zone or static images and stepping into the world of digital animation can be intimidating. So we have here the first one is the drawing tablet. First example of digital tools. So we have the drawing tablet. So a drawing tablet, so also called a paint tablet or a graphic tablet, is also a natural input device that converts information from a handheld stylus. So the user uses the stylus like a pen, pencil, or a paintbrush, pressing pressing its tips on the tablet surface. So the device can also be used in replacement of computer mouse. So mo siya ang first example. So atab sa nowadays ano, daghan og kuan best drawing tablets available example. So in artists, no, we have want to be how to be resourceful. So using the best drawing tablets can make creating art digitally as natural as sketching on paper or painting on canvas. So the top drawing tablet used to be costly and exclusively to professional artists, but over the last few years, as new brands enter the market, these art devices have came down in price. So we have here the first example of tablet, no, or ng mga available sa mga bagong tablet, the Sense Lab Paint tablet. So the best paint tablet came with some excellent accessories. So this is an ideal pen tablet for illustration, digital painter, and photographer who want a reliable, solidly built piece of equipment. It's easily portable, wireless, and pretty much flawless in perform. Then we have the Wacom rather, Wacom Cintiq 22. So a Cintiq 22 has the lowest price Wacom has ever offered for a drawing display of this size. So with a wheel judge feature set that enhances your drawing comfort. You can still get similar product for less, but Wacom emphasize on the quality makes this compiling option. So what really makes the Cintiq 22 such pleasure is to use the Wacom Pro Pen 2. Mo na nakadala og kuan niya, nakadala og bida. Then we have with na siya kuan with a whole of 8,192 level of pressure sensitivity as well as tilt sensitivity. So Wacom has been in this game a long time, and it's hard to imagine an artist with any complain about the Pro Pen 2. It's just work really well. So ang advantage lang with ani ni Wacom tablet is ang advantage lang pod ani niya for sa mga estudyante are kuan those looking to break into digital art professionally is that it pretty much the industry standard now. So learning to use ones is a very good step to take. So this doesn't mean you shouldn't consider other tablets. So it's just something to be bear in mind. So ang ang iyang kuan, ang iyang specification sa Wacom Cintiq 22, which is having siya og 19.5 times 11.5 inches ang active drawing area niya. Then ang iyang pin pressure is about 1920 times 1080. So mao na siya ang kuan Wacom Centix 22. This is one of the best kuano best drawing tablet po, no. Ang price niya mas barato pero ang iyang kuan mas better ang iyang mga gamit, mga iyang specification. It's one sa diya mas mayo sa diya. Low cost but nindot ang iyang kuan. Then we have here the Apple iPad Air. So the iPad Air 5th Gen is an incredible computer for the price, delivering a notepad size package with the power of MacBook Pro. Then the Apple MI, then the Apple MI is about chip is able to handle almost anything you can throw at it from iPad OS. Great range of creative apps. And the screen is sharp and accurate, and it's light enough to go anywhere with you. No? Mas scary siya, mas handy. So there are still good reason to be go with the iPad Pro instead, especially the bigger 12.9-inch model. Then we have increasingly pushed to the fringe. This is iPad Air is a fully formed creative powerhouse even without the pro name. So ang iyang active drawing area is about lang is 9.74 times 7 inches. Then ang iyang resolution is about 2350 times 1640. Then ang iyang pen pressure is not specific because mag-require siya og optional Apple pencil. Wala kay siya specific and siya options. Then we have the third example, no? The Huion Inspiroy H430p. So considering its price, size, and great quality, so it's definitely recommended for the beginner. So it's light, portable, easy to install, great for drawing, gaming too, and worth every penny. We have here for anyone new to digital drawing. So this one example is could be the perfect introduction. It makes very good quality drawing tablets for people on the lower budget and should definitely be a serious consideration for any already familiar with the medium. So ang iyang kuan lang iyang ang drawing active drawing area is about 4.8 times 3 inches. Then ang iyang pen pressure is 4096 level. Then we have kuan we have two kuan pod. So as you see no, a lot of different kuan types or style of tablets now. We have here the iPad Pro 12.9 inch MI, then the Canvas 22, the Surface Pro 8. So a lot of these have kuan dili na to ma-insert dire kay is just kuan lang a short glimpse lang gyapon sa mga example ba. At least na state sa tag example. But if you are mag-search ka sa kuan internet, daghang kay mga klase sa tablet good for drawing or drawing animation for digital tools, no? Na parts of digital tools. Then the set we have the second example of tools in digital. We have here the pen stylus. So with the drawing tablets and styluses gaming into play, artists no longer have to spend hours perfecting their creation. So stylus sketch pen's flexible plastic nib creates a variety of line width from thick to thin, depending on the angle and pressure applied. The traditional barrel design provides added style and writing control. So stylus sketch pen have black ink and are non-refillable. Then I have here the some of types of pin stylus. So we have here the Apple Pencil, the Renizer, the Microsoft Surface Pen, the Active Pencil, the HP, the Adonis Pixel, the Wacom, and many more. So as you just read the one illustration because I insert a picture in order you to understand no what are some of the types or example of pin stylus no. It's part of Kwan Gihapon digital tools. So we have the third example of digital tools no in technology days the camcorder or camera. And we have here no a camcorder is a combination of television camera, a video recording, synchronization pulse generator, allowing you to record video and sounds on miniatures, cassette, digital versatile disc, DVD, or memory card, and subsequently transfer the signal to a full-size DVD or other medium. So, mo na siya ang camcorder. So, additional, no? A modern kuan camcorder, all digital types are kuan terms of integrated circuit, which is IS. Design and design. So, mo to siya ang camcorder camera, which is the third types of digital tools. The third example rather. The third example. So, we have here the fourth one is the camera rig. So, in addition lang po ay kani si camcorder or camera when you are in when you are in nasa restriction ba some restriction when you are in video mode dili ka pwede maka zoom in or zoom out while naa ka sa video mode mao na siya ang iyang restriction. Then we have the camera rig. So kanang when face with black canvas no ma-relate sa nato niyang camera rig no. So let's relate this into drawing. So when faced with a black canvas, a painter must first choose their brush color and subject before they even make a single stroke. So similarity of filmmaker approaches shot by first choosing the right tools that serve their story. Same of the most impactful tools to how a shot both look and feel are rigs. So mao na siya. So ang camera rigs are camera obviously camera support system that help cinematographer add specific movement to a shot. However, they can also be camera gear that move a camera in a complete unique way. So we'll break down the most fundamental camera gear and camera rig system that will enable you to create the iconic shot that you envision. Mao na siya ang the fourth one. So we have the fifth one. We have the computer. So a computer is a machine or device that perform processes, calculation, and operation based on the instruction provided by a software or hardware program. It has the ability to accept data, input, process, and then produce output. So computer can also store data for later uses in appropriate storage device and retrieve whenever it is necessary. So familiar na kayo tani, computer is ano siya, appeal sa digital tools sa mga gamit sa pag-drawing or mga pag-design. Then we have the scanner, no? The sixth example, scanner. So a scanner is a device that capture image from photographic prints, poster, magazine, page, and similar sources for computer editing and display. So scanner work by converting the image and documents into digital information that can be stored on a computer through optical character recognition or OCR. This process is done by scanning head with uses one or more sensor capture the image, light, or electrical charges. So, mao na siya ang scanner. Then we are now down to the type, last example of animation tools in digital, no? In digital animation tools in digital tools, no? Then we have here the animation tools, no? Animation software enable user to generate moving graphic from visual files. So depending on the particular program, user can animate some variation of 2D, 3D, and hand drawn or computer generated graphics, often with the option to add music or additional effects. So a selection of best animation, no, it's pretty much really useful software available on the market right now and preferred by all levels of user. So this product are armed with rich array for function and tools that will allow you to create powerful animation projects. So each of these software products came with subsequent as a subscription plan or as one time purchase with free trials or free version included. So I have here five, no, because sir is only said that at least five example of animation software. I have Cater, the Adobe Character Animation, the Cartoon Animator 4, which is formerly Crazy Talk Animation 3. Muna siya ang before. Tapos na change siya na change. So, nahimo siyang Cartoon Animator 4. Then, na kuan rin na sayop na dire, which is the Tone Bomb, na Tom Bomb. Tone Bomb Harmony. Then we have Blender and Pencil 2D. So, all of this is we give definition and what's unsay mga feature niya in making animation, no? Then we have first one is Adobe Character Animation. So if you are interested for this, just search, no, mo na ang yang logo, tas mo na ang yang mga character. So at least naka-familiar mo sad mo. Then Adobe Character Animation is it is an animated it is a animate you can animate it in a real time. So being of the newest addition in Adobe family, Adobe Character Animator is a powerful tool which allow you to animate cartoon character in a real time with your movement very easily and fast. So the software works very simply. You plug in your mic and cam, then import software works, and then import characters specifically prepared for animation in Adobe character called a puppet. Then ang kani siya, ang tawag ni day sa kuan mga character puppet nang tawag na mag murag kag i-custom lang nimo ba, pero ang movement sa mouth sa imuha, then ang kuan lang puppet lang ang nag-visualize. Then the program detects your facial expression and voice in order to animate the character face, no, mo na gyud ganiha, no, by using a predefined triggers and function. You make the character walk, make gesture, hold object, and more. So ang mao sad ni siya ang Adobe. So Adobe Character Animation jud siya. Glimpse of ideas ng pud ni Adobe Character. Na some feature, na sa mga feature, no. And you can purchase na siya free 7-day trial. So ang feature niya kay automatic lip sync kung if magkuan na ka mag-start na ka og recording sa kuan, automatic lip sync and animation of facial feature like mouth, like sa imong mouth magstorya ka mosunod na sad siya, then ang iyang eyes and eyebrows, so magkuan gyud siya. Then support of real-time animation and live streaming and streamline recording and editing. Then this is one of the perfect for online education, pod and game streaming, live chat and more. So this is it. So there are some of kuan mode o version in Adobe Character Animator nga na siya limitation, no. So pwede ka makakuan, no, pwede ka maka-record, maka-stream, no? Stream feature, but dili ka pwede maka-change og puppet, di ka pwede maka-own customize sa puppet. Magakuan ra ka, detect lang imong movements, imong mouth and eyes, pero ang character or puppet dili ka pwede maka-customize. Mao na siya ang iyang limitation. Then we have here the next is the cartoon animation, which is formerly Crazy Talk Animation 3. So kung interested sa mga niya, just visit and search this one, and makita mo sa logo mo na yung logo niya, mo na yung display once install mo na ang iyang display sa iyang application. So cartoon animation is a professional 2D creativity and animation design. So kung sa siya is Cartoon Animator 4 is a software for all level of users, suitable for mga beginners and sa mga professional pod who want to create a engaging, highly quality animation. So the software allows you to create a custom 2D character from huge database and import PSG character templates. So you can easily make any static image move by applying different motion templates provided in the library, even 3D motion. So mao to siya. So additional and moreover, no, ang Cartoon Animation 4 is a software also comes with the bone ranging tools, the support audio lip sync, the facial detection, and many more simple and advanced feature depending on the edition you are using. So pretty much Cartoon Animator 4 allows you to have full control over your 2D character and create professional animation. So ang yang feature ni cartoon animation, it's pwede kuan siya already 4K video support na siya. Then kuan po siya a library of pre-made character templates and motion templates. Then ang iyang mga tools are creating a character including elastic and bouncing curve editing like facial free from deformation, audio lip singing, and daghan pa, mas daghan pa. Just discover ano no, para at least makita sa gaba, just discover lang kay daghan siya mga feature nga ika-offer nimo if you are in making in animation. You are maka-engage ka, mas nindot mga daghang kang magatunan nga software in order you to compare ba asay mas better or mas high quality or mas nindot ang result ani sa mga different kuan. Then pwede sa gani nakay free 30-day trial ani niya. Then we have the next one is the Tone Boom Harmony. So Tone Boom Harmony is the most powerful software for animation production. So mo ni siya nakalig-on. So professional software for animation is used by beginner as well as very experienced animator. So Tone Boom Harmony is the product with which you can create any kinds of animation, be it traditional drawing animation, flash style cutout animation, particular particle effects, a combination of 2D and 3D animation, and many more. So the popular sorry, the popular software offers advanced tools and features for drawing, animation, and pretty much all that is required from animation software. So mas kuan siya, no, mas nindot siya compare sa other nga kuan. But depende rin sa iyo mga ka mas comfortable in making animation. Kay sa unsa man na siya kanindot tas di ka comfortable, so di ko ganahan. Then ang feature niya is pwede na siya magamit sa Windows or Mac OS, then advanced vector bitmap drawing na po ni siya. Then nasa advanced palettes and painting tools providing effective control over texture and color. So AC sayon sa ni pag-export o game engine. And you have 21 days free trial. Ano siya? Then we have the Blender. So kani siya is open source ni siya. So a Blender is a one source 3D creation free to use for any purposes. So ang kani siya is open source ni siya nga animation software. So Blender is a cross-platform for 3D creation suite offering a powerful arsenal of tools. By using Blender, you can create animation, video games, render models, and more 3D-based projects. So the software is open source and developed by many contributors from around the world. So the feature-rich 3D suite software is suitable for beginners as well as advanced users. So mao na siya ang Blender, an open source. Pwede wala siya mga trials, wala siya kuan ba subscription. So pwede siya available for Windows, any kind of Windows 7, Windows 10, any kind of Windows, then Mac OS and Linux. Then a built-in path tracer engine that includes a real-time viewport review, which is the CPU and GPU rendering, the BPR shader, and HDR lighting support. Then we have here VR rendering support, no? Then some of the feature pod is Blender is a full animation support including onion skinning, layers, and colors for the stroke and fill crop brush stroke. So the last is the drawing in pwede ka ani mag ang imong drawing to 2D mode onto 3D viewpoint. Ma-change ang iyang kuan viewpoint. Then we have here the last example of animation software. No, we have the Pencil 2D. So that's it. A Pencil 2D is a light and easy to use tool for 2D hand-drawn animation. So if you are into traditional hand drawing, no, you are gusto juga sa traditional hand drawing, mas better ni siya to make to use some artist. Then maybe Pencil 2 is a great software to start your animation project. So this free software lets this free software lets you see both raster and vector graphic, and you can switch easily between the two types of artwork. Pencil 2D is a cross-platform tool and lets you focus on animating even when you are on the go. Since the software is completely free and open source, user can have access to the source code and add features. So that would be all sa mga sa mga tools in animation. So na discuss na to ang tanang mga tools, no, given to the instructor. So the traditional tools and digital tools na which is atong i-summarize, no, atong i-summarize ang traditional, which is the big bar, animation lightbox, animation disc, animation paper, transparent sheet, paint, color drawing pencil, and three hole punch paper, and art gum eraser. So those are the traditional tools. So we have also discussed the digital tools. So which is the first the drawing tablet, the pin stylus, the camcorder camera rig, computer, scanner, and the last is the animation software. So that would be all for no, for tools in animation. So thank you everyone. So I hope you learned something for today's discussion. So thank you and God bless.